Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Go Mode podcast Twitch channel. My name's Dante, and I have Hawk with me today. How's it going, Hawk?
Good, Dante. How are you?
I'm chilling here on this nice, warm Sunday afternoon. But we got four amazing runners from the prior Mentor tournament. Sean, also known as Secretlyasliver, Shinmaru, Soyhr, and MDS, also Arya Stark. And these amazing people are going to be showing us a showcase race, kind of seeing how much they have improved since they joined the Mentor tournament to learn some stuff in the past. I'm excited. Hawk, are you excited?
I'm very excited. It's hot days, and it's going to be a hot race. So, yeah, it's going to be good. We got Sean and Soyhr versus Shin and Arya. So, all four of these racers are 2022 Go Mode Mentor Tournament alumni. And yeah, for anybody who isn't 100% sure what's going on here, this is a co-op AD keys info share. So that's they are playing all dungeons to beat Ganon. They have to find all the keys to get to the dungeons that they need variously, and they are on a voice chat with each other on their teams so that they can split up the checks amongst themselves.
Yeah, some info share, as it were, kind of helping each other out. We do see a couple pod smalls here showing up for the runners. Doing even just co-op AD, so complicated sometimes. Adding keys into it makes it even worse to some extent.
Yes, it definitely can make some checks very checks that you don't just want to see come up. So.
All right, hold up. Chat's saying boots. Did we actually just find boots? Did we not start with boots? I can't believe for a showcase race we didn't start with boots. But we do get flippers. We got all the shoes we could ever want.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's going quick, I guess. This could be one of those that we're done in an hour, but probably not.
AD keys, brother. This is keys.
Right.
We'll be done in an hour.
Right.
We're gonna have more fun than just an hour. $20 there in the Lost Woods. Gonna kill a guard here on Shinmaru's screen. Gonna get more arrows there. I believe that was the tier 1 pull. So some knowledge to pass along to the teammate. I believe we got a bottle there in the Lost Woods drop down as well on Soyr's screen.
Okay, so unless I missed something, it doesn't seem like Shin has a weapon, so I guess he's gonna grab this first check. And unless it's a weapon, I don't think he's going any further. But
I mean, everyone has their own idea here for co-op. And with keys, even if you get a glove per se, the chests beyond that are not in logic without that Hyrule Castle small. That's kind of one of the things, if you get to some key sanity modes later on, your mentor may talk to you about with logical implications. That's one of the things to watch here in key sanity. So, Shin maybe just kind of hedging bets, let's just get the first chest in case the Hyrule Castle small is late.
Yeah, there's Lamp there on Lake Hylia Island. So that is mirror locked. And a first sword. Looks like
you'll love to see
on
it.
Sean's side in Eastern Palace. So.
Yeah, a swingy is always nice to have, having it out in front while dashing. But we're getting, the CAC checks here from Arya and Soyhr. We got our green pendant knowledge there, probably from both runners, but Pod is the green pendant today. So will we see some Pod keys in GT? Only time will tell.
House big. Let's see. So Sean's going to go to the back of Eastern Palace, get this big key chest, which is not in logic currently without the lamp, but navigating the dark room, especially now that he's got a sword, a little bit easier. So.
Oh yeah, we saw a Meyer Big there pop up in the Kakariko well. So another big key to cross off our ever so large list of necessary ones. It is 80 keys after all, so the only ones we really don't need, potentially, we'll say, ice, even though we found it, swamp,
right.
And skull.
Correct, yeah.
but I guarantee you we'll find those before we find the ones we need. That's usually how Rando plays. But a GT small in that Eastern Palace vanilla big key chest, and Sean is going to save and quit and get out of here. I like that both teams are doing this Eastern play early in keys, especially AD keys and co-op. Very strong play just to go ahead and get it over with. It's really unlikely to find a bow and the Eastern big so early, so quickly.
And there's that Skullwood big that we don't actually need. But maybe something's in the big chest.
Perfect.
We'll find out. Yeah, and it looks like, I was wondering, so they both, Shin and Sean now have the mushroom that they found in that first checks in Eastern. With the, that's one of those things where you could do a quick mushroom check, maybe spam it to save it in case you need to do an out of logic bat check, but we'll see.
Yeah, definitely something to keep an eye on. Looks like Sean here going to be heading into Hyrule Castle. Has a sword, may go deeper this time.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Sean go all the way to the cell. I mean, if you got the weapon, you might as well clear it out. Might want to leave, unless he picks up the Hyrule Castle small somehow. You're probably gonna want to leave Dark Cross for maybe Soyhr to grab later when he comes in.
Yeah, we did find the bow there. That's going to be kind of nice. Both Arya and Soyhr with that bow. Don't you know? Just need that Eastern big. Can't beat it now. If they so choose. All these guys, they're so good now. They don't have to. They're not even worried about double greenies in the dark. They can do it. So I'm kind of hoping they get to show off those skills if we find the Eastern big before we actually get access to that lamp.
Was that the Thieves Town small?
It was.
Yeah.
It was. That's a really nice to have scenario here. Most times you're going to find the Thieves big, at least in my experience, before you find that Thieves small. So having that ahead of time, a big moment there. The other thing to consider is now, once we find that Thieves big, there logically we could find Hammer in there, and I shudder to think.
Right. Oh, Moon Pearl in Zelda's Cell.
All right. So here's a
spicy.
Yeah, teaching moment now. I mentioned the logic earlier. So something these runners are probably going to be thinking about. That Hyrule Castle small has to be available before the Dark World. So it's going to be, here in Light World, most likely it can't be actual Dark World, but maybe on the pyramid if we get the CP smalls. But
there could be some like bunny walking required, but generally those are smaller odds.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's look and see where we're going now. It's Mini Moldorm Cave, everyone's favorite cave. The Olympians are ready, and by the Olympians I mean all the Moldorms. These things, luckily we have, I take it back, Arya doesn't have a sword. So will they be able to oh no, throwing in the pit. This is the hardest part. If you're throwing in the mid from an angle, it could really be problematic. Has 3 more attempts here. Now it's do or die. Oh, we need a double. Come on. We got it. We got this. Come on. Oh no.
That's it.
That was the next prize. I want to say the next prize was either a 20 or an 8 bomb. I can't remember. There was a chance one of those Moldorms, if they killed one, could have dropped bombs, but unfortunate. Not a huge time loss. These are the types of things that can happen. You just really want to shake off. It's very early.
Yeah. And the great thing about co-op is they're sharing that, right? So Shin knows, hey, you're gonna have, Shin, I'm gonna have to go do Mini Moldorm, probably, because Arya's probably not going to go back there for a little bit. There's that Hyrule Castle small on the Mini Moldorm NPC.
Yeah, so that logic has been settled. A little extra health here. That's another thing when you play co-op. You're going to have situations where maybe you're like, the seed's not hard, but how come I don't have a lot of health? Well, why would you send someone to go get like 3 heart pieces in Mini Moldrum Cave if that's the best thing you found? And you know, you got to mitigate time somewhere, and so co-op can really put you in those types of scenarios.
Yeah, when you're splitting checks like this, you can end up with a lot of more low percent situations. But yeah, but in 2 years, all 4 of these runners have made like immense strides. Sean has rapidly dropped their NMG time.
Oh yeah.
Shin and Arya both, I believe, are main tournament qualifiers, and Soyhr was, I believe, like a race away from Retrod's Invitational on the ladder.
Wow.
So,
I mean, look, I said it to Shinmaru at SGL in person. He clapped my cheeks in that seed we played. He absolutely annihilated me, and you know, it was a good time. It was a good time. It was a bad race on my part, but you know what? That's what's fun about Rando. It gives opportunities for newer players to beat people like me who are grandpas. I'm not gonna say good, but at least just been around for forever.
Yeah, you're not a grandpa. Maybe like
back in my day, Sonny.
Maybe like a cool uncle.
I'm glad you think I'm cool as an uncle. We're getting a check here. We got the flippers, so we're gonna check and see. It's just $20 there on Zora Ledge. Not enough money to do Zora today. I saw a seed quite literally yesterday. I casted it actually. Money just never showed up, and there was progression obviously on Zora. So eventually it happened. But anyway, we'll see if Zora ends up being something down the line. But kind of now we're following each other's footsteps. Obviously, runners found some items. Hey, I found this. You need to go get it. Well, I found this. You need to go get it. And that's kind of where we're at in this point. Try to piece everything together. The thing right now is that, you know, Sean and Soyhr have that Moon Pearl knowledge. But that, like you said, Hawk, that Hyrule Castle Small being in Mini Moldrum Cave going to kind of resolve all of these issues for us.
Yeah, question here, Arya just found that small. Wonder how quickly that team, the right side team, decides to go back into Hyrule Castle.
I mean, they're gonna, unless a glove like magically appears out of the chest we've already opened, I think we're gonna have to go.
That's true. Yeah, we're slowly dwindling our available checks.
Yeah, there's the pod big though in Agina. I think that's the first appearance of that. So while we are kind of going through the motions here, big shout outs to Neobium Narwhal and Pixcalibur tracking this race for us. We do have the good old manual trackers for this. They're the ones paying attention. They're the ones clicking the buttons. Hawk and I are just yelling like a bunch of dinglings.
Yup. Yeah, I deliberately picked comms because it's the easier job.
It can be. It can be. Sometimes it can be harder. And shout outs to Lumaga. Lumaga doing the mentor's work here of setting up the restream for this. So show Lumaga some love. Tell him thank you when you like accidentally run into him on a Discord.
Yeah, Lumaga, the grand overlord of the Go Mode podcast Discord, mentor tournament, everything. Creator of War for Hyrule.
True. We are getting a hobo check. I think this is new. Arya down at the bottom right of your screen. This is new to me. I didn't see it, so we'll see what we got. Just a single rupee. Maybe that'll help in the Zora fund. Every penny counts.
Right. It is. You were right. It shockingly seems very cheap.
Yeah, it's just like there's no money whatsoever. You know, we saw a Houlihan on, I think it was Shin's side. I can't believe Shin didn't read the sign. Like, you know, I give everybody grief. Like, how come you don't read the sign while you're down there? But yeah.
Gotta go fast, Auntie. Gotta go fast.
I know. So catching up here in we did get a CT small. Interesting.
Yeah.
So that being in Waterfall, that's good in the sense you can well, if we had another Sword or Kate, we could get a little further, but not the case today. I'm curious, like, where's our progression?
Yeah, it's I'm trying to think what with Sean and Soyhr having done a Gina here to get that key. I'm not sure what else is left besides Zora at this point. Mushroom check. Nobody's done mushroom check too. Also.
Hmm. Oh, we did get an Eastern big? No, we didn't get an Eastern big. I saw a chat that EP was beatable, but definitely not. So, man.
Okay, one of our trackers picks Caliber saying that the mushroom check was junk. So, yeah. So I think at this point it's got to be because we've seen Dark Cross. It has to be Zora, right?
Yeah, it's time to farm money. Here we go. All right, I called it. Poverty seed incoming.
Sean with the bonk strat. Look at this gamer.
Love to see it. All right, so Moon Pearl coming here very shortly for Shin and Arya. Sean and Soyhr, meanwhile, doing some things. Are you afraid of the dark? You know, I talked about them showing off their darkroom skills, and here we are doing it. Now, here's what's really cool about this. We might accidentally, like, find a glove back here. We might find something a little more important, but obviously not in logic. So I have this hunch that we're 2 items. Probably a flute is probably what's on Zora to give us a little bit of mountain access, but unless we get the, like, lamp can't be Aga Tower.
Yeah, lamps on Hylia Island. So
yeah.
I don't remember from the beginning. I don't think any of these racers checked Lumberjack Ledge. Not that it matters at this point, but it might be something in the future.
Yeah, I think we've seen a peek at it. We had a little bit of technical difficulties at the start. I think Arya checked it, but we didn't get to see it.
What did you say, Dante? Glove in the back of his
Look at that! I promise I have not played this seed. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, Dante's played this. It's as bad as the Go Mode bi-weekly seeds." It's not. So yeah, that's kind of cool in the sense that we know that either that's like our mitts, or that is post lamp. So post light or post
Dark World access.
That means we're definitely getting either a glove somewhere else.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, either a glove somewhere else and a hammer, or we're getting a CT small.
Okay, so we get a CT small. Aga's still not in logic without lamp, right?
Right. Yeah.
So the only way Dark World access could happen is hammer and glove somewhere else.
Yeah. Now let me correct myself. A fire rod, logically, on the VTORT branch, which is what this is on, the main branch, with advanced logic, a fire rod would actually get us to the back. So if there's like a fire rod here, I think if there's a fire rod here on the mountain in this one check, then you could almost bet your last dollar Zora has the flute. So we shall see. I don't know if that's going to be the case, though. But we've hit that funneling point. It's really interesting. You know, like a lot of times co-op, it feels kind of wide open. But with keys especially, there's going to be a funnel point. There is a key there on Spec Rock, and that's a big key. Maybe this is the Eastern big, and that's going to open up 2 items here in Eastern. Now, I know Logic may not let it, but, you know, again, there's a chance.
Fire Rod would open up back of Eastern Palace.
Correct. Now, Sean is hedging his bets, doing something different than his teammate. That's the GT big. So
GT
no,
big,
it
okay.
is definitely going to be some kind of shenanigans on Zora. I still say my money's on. Wow, what is my money even on at this point? This is rough.
We couldn't have gotten these guys a good seed. So I'm glad this is giving us some.
Yeah, okay, so chat's bringing that up. A glove on Zora, like being glove 1 logically, but it's going to be the second one that everyone finds. That would be the way to get 2 back of escape, logically, and then we have our logical Dark World.
That's right, that's true.
The mystery has been solved, thanks to chat. For once, they didn't ask what was on the pedestal. That's later on.
Yeah. When it looks like we're funneled towards all of our pendants.
All right, I really hope, unlike yesterday's race that I did, that I really hope this is not going to be a key card for Meridia in SMZ3, because if it is, then we definitely have the wrong seed.
Yeah, we did something wrong.
Yeah, this is M Rock, as a lot of people call it, because the area around it looks like an M. A lot of old players will call it Smokes Rock, because player named Smoke came here a lot, and that's about all we're gonna say about that, I guess. There's a podcast called Go Mode Podcast that has an episode way back in its early days with Ak the Boker talking about cheating, and that Smoke name comes up in it. So there's some history for you guys. That was before my time.
That was when you were a wee rando baby.
Yeah, I didn't know anything crazy could ever happen in this game. But yeah, we're gonna see a lot of this. Luckily, Sean started this way ahead of time. And we can just look at the top left of your screen. Enhance, make it bigger. No, don't do it. But we can see what Zora's gonna give us. Soyhr second to the 500. Yeah, Pixcalibur, our tracker in chat, making a really good point. Good thing we accidentally got that glove in back of escape. This would be so much worse doing Blind's Hut over and over and over.
Right. All right, finally.
A drum roll, please.
Yep.
I've never been more surprised in my life. But so all you new folks in chat who may be watching this, I know you saw the Titans mitts, but one thing to understand here, logically, the game is expecting that to be gloves number 1. Just trying to, maybe explain things, make a learning bit out of this. So that is technically the power glove. And then with that, you could do back of escape logically, even though they sequence broke it. And got their mitts in the back logically. So basically, you can break logic, but if you get an interesting item, you need to try and think of ways to piece it back together. Ask your mentor how to do that if you don't understand the logic that well. That's going to be something hopefully they can teach you a good bit.
Right, and one of the things, especially with modes like this all dungeon key sanity, that logic can get very twisted and lots of layers.
Definitely.
And if you don't like logic at all, talk to Malmo.
Yeah, if you don't like logic, then learn clips. But we finally are in Dark World, and as you see, the left team, Sean and Soyhr, one went up, one went down, splitting up the work since this is their only entry into Dark World. Gonna split things up here. Skullwoods with quite a few checks here in Key Sanity. Usually just 2 items in the modes you guys will be playing in the Mentor Tournament. But for now, I want to say, what is it? Something upwards of like 9?
Yeah, 8 or 9. I think it might be 8.
Mm-hmm. So 3 bombs there in the pits chest of Skullwoods here for Soyhr. Sean going to be checking first 4 of Thieves Town with no big key in hand, only a small. Going to be able to just do these first 4.
Unless the game is mean and gives you the Thieves Town big key right here.
Yeah, I mean, and look, here's something really funny. Like, we got a couple of big 20s here in Thieves Town, and honestly, I gotta say, it's actually a blessing they got them, because, you know, chess game is coming up here. That's $20, and then dig game is going to be 80.
Right. I think we get some arrow game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could always play arrow game a little more, but getting a peek there at the Bonk Rocks. Nothing major there.
Small from Meyer. Meyer has some weird logical implications in key sanity with how many keys you need to get to certain areas. And asking in chat, looks like we're at just one pod key, but also the pod big. So
yeah, if we got a hammer, we could beat it in a way. It would be awful to do and not logical at all, but
Shin and Arya doing the same splitting of Dark World north and south. So, oh, red boomerang on bumper ledge. That's nice.
Yeah, so getting the arrow game. So one thing to watch what Sean's doing here. If you're in dire need of money, you see Sean is just standing all the way up against to the right and up against the top there. The second curtain, if you watch that second curtain, when the target gets centered of that, you fire an arrow, just one, it will hit. You can get 3 full cycles of that before it gets off sync, and you wouldn't be able to do it. So that strat's used a lot more in inverted. There are ways to, if you're a better gamer and you want to like hit the same target multiple times, you can get the X99 Dream, but it's a lot of risk for a little bit of extra reward.
So Sean doing some extra digs in this game, just refilling their cache. Just found a map to TR there. So we think, I think Sean's here going to probably grab the Smith. Good way to do a check that is longer, not as fun, but takes it off their teammates' plate.
Oh yeah. So yeah, they're kind of, this is where they're funneled in like we were talking about earlier, but we are going to grab that Smith. Not going to be able to mirror to turn him in. So the frog is going on an adventure. I don't know if it's an exciting one or not, but we're going to take him to Hype Cave. Can always hope for the best here in Hype Cave. Ooh,
another sword. That's nice.
All right. Hey, the Swamp Pig. I told you we'd find that.
Yeah, we have gotten a lot of the useless big keys. I think so far all of them. But that's good.
It's better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them.
Thanks, Dad.
Yes.
Oh, Shin missed an arrow. That's a shame.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That can be problematic for you.
Yeah, they were probably the refill on the rupees that Sean did. Also, Shin trying to get above 190. So he's going to use 80 on dig game here. Still puts him at, with some other stuff, he is now over 110, which is what is needed to get into pod as soon as we get access to that. Which we do have, right, with flippers. Yeah, you can go east from Bomb Shop, drop in the water. Not sure why we'd want to go there yet, but it's available.
So back to the Dark World we go. Over on Sean's side. You know, no one ever went to Catfish. I'm a little saddened.
I glanced. I don't know if I caught it. I feel like Soyhr took a death in North Dark World, so maybe that changed their plans. I think they might have been heading that direction.
So we're swimming with our good old, oh no, those bombers, man. Even the blue ones that don't drop the actual bombs, they're rough. They're so rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could be doing a lot of damage, and you don't want to deal with it. All right, Arya going to be taking the frog on a journey a little further. But we do have that purple chest here on Sean's side. Let's see if purple chest is going to have the goods for us today. Show me the money. Oh, it's actual money.
Actual money. Good call.
All right.
Yeah. And then, yeah, Arya taking the frog all the way to Pyramid. I think we're going to see it all the way up to Catfish, probably? Probably.
Yeah, I would assume if you're going here. Do you think they're going to check the goal? Like, are they going to read the... They're not. They know it's 7 or it's
yeah.
AB.
Yeah.
So.
That's what that next year's kickoff race, we should give them a mystery seat.
No. Let's not be that cruel.
So yes, Soyhr is the first one in pod. We know it's green pendant. We have one key and the big key. We do have the bow, so we can do the right side to get. But so this is a. Let's see what happens here. Yeah. So some of the chats I've had with better gamers than me at this game. I don't know your thoughts on this game, Pete, but I've heard a lot of people say if you have that key to be able to open that front of pod, you might as well just do it.
Yeah, it's really slow to have to keep going in circles. The other thing to consider is with no hammer, it's not really going to be a benefit to go to the right side only. So especially no mirror, no easy way to get back.
Right.
But yeah, most often than not, if you're supposed to be in there and be like beating things, clearing things, you're going to get enough keys to handle it, especially if you know the hammer jump. That'll be something to help you save a key down the line.
Yes, we would need to get one more key to have them show us that at this point, but we'll probably get it later.
So we are going to make an ice palace dive, it looks like, here on Sean's side. I like this. This is a little spicy.
Ooh,
but
man, hammerless.
We're running low, but we're running low on things. So like, this is kind of, you got to do it.
All right, hammer might just be here.
And now if we get hammer in here, we are going to be able to beat it. Logically too. Well, not quite logically. Missing a couple smalls, but with the big, we could beat this entire dungeon.
Yeah. Good bomb strat in the Pengator room for the Harabig. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so much of that mountain is still... I mean, the mountain itself is technically still out of logic because we haven't found the flute.
Yeah.
Or the mirror to get the lamp.
Absolutely. Yeah, Shin also coming down to ice. We are in the switch room. A lot of times you newer players are going to hear about Icebreaker. Well, no Canis and Maria, no Icebreaker today. This is 2019 and older strats here coming up. We got the Ice Palace bomb jump in the next room after the conveyor belt. If you play NMG, this is something you could set up. Speaking of NMG, that strat you just saw there from Sean beams into the spike to line your body up to dash through that room on the right pixel. That is an NMG staple. Not going to do the bomb jump though, and this is probably because no hammer, so unbeatable at this point. Sean gonna feel a little silly when the hammer pops up though. You watch.
Oh man, silly is probably not the word he would use.
I'm just giving him a little grief. Even if he finds it, it's not that big a deal.
Right.
Yeah, both teams kind of doing those nasty checks here. Somebody each in ice, somebody each heading to Aga Tower for that first one. Oh, the mirror. All right. So what does that do for us? Well, we can do K45. We can do Graveyard Ledge. And
that's our lamp, which gives us our logical mountain access, and Hera.
That gives us Hera. We did find that big key while we're here. Speaking of, big key to Eastern in the Ice Big. Hey, the Ice Big was required today, Hawk.
Wow. That's rare, but good.
Huge moment here. See, this is a situation where, like, you know, co-op especially, you want to think ahead. Did I pick that Ice Big up? If my partner is the one who only has it, then they need to be going to ice, but not me. Shin gonna do the bomb jump here. Let's see, is Ice T gonna have the goods? That's a powder. Those are goods. And Shudder at the thought, that's in logic. You know, you lose your portal with no hammer, but you can mirror and handle this with the mids.
Right. Yeah, what we've gotten here is a lot of just one-off checks, or you know, and I guess Hera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like Sean taking that Eastern big, following that first.
Yeah, I like this. You know, no hammer, so no reason to go like anywhere in pod again, especially without any extra keys. So let's just knock this out. It's a required dungeon. You can give your partner some information. There's that Eastern big for Shinmaru and Arya. So Arya and Soyhr now both trudging through, but they know exactly which chest to go get. So, you know, thinking ahead a bit, you know, Hawk, you mentioned Hera, that's available. I feel like that's probably the next most dense place. That's going to be 4 entire items available to these guys. So 2 here, just 1 logical though in Eastern. And oh, never mind, scratch that. That's a fire rod. That's going to open up a good bit. So now this boss is logical. So we may not see them actually do it. Actually getting it out, you can use this fire rod, shoot it to the right, and then you can see this. This is actually in logic for rooms with torches in it, in the advanced logic.
Correct. And yeah, technically, they have access to the lamp, so it was logical. It's just would be harder to do without the fire rod. But that's a nice find there in the big chest. Yeah, I think here Soyhr probably grabs the big key. I'm wondering. You're gonna go grab the powder. Okay, I wasn't sure if he would bail on the powder.
Yeah. I mean, there's also the chance, you know, the opportunity, I guess I should say, to do right side. You know, neither runner has done the right side of ice. Not logical per se, but a bomb jump will get us there. Small key on the Armos fight. That is to desert, but that is going to give us finally crystal number 1 around the 38-minute mark for all 4 of our runners.
Shin giving us a mirror check there for Graveyard Ledge.
Mm-hmm. So Sean headed over to the village yet again. Probably going to decide here to go to Skull Woods. Now, we do have the big for that. Not really an indicator, but we should be able to take a key and go to the back.
I think he's doing powder first.
Yeah, the powder first, I kind of think makes sense. This is probably the next step in the logic. It could just be for something like a key, but we're about to find it on the top right of your screen for Shinmaru. Gonna be dropping in. Soyhr gonna be following Sean. Gonna go grab that fire rod and that crystal. Both needed things. Desert key to be determined if needed. But the bat has cursed us, and Shin is gonna get 10 bombs.
Okay. So.
Gross.
Yeah. Does not have our respect today.
I hate to see it.
And one thing looking like, I don't think the Sean Soyhr team has done the mushroom check yet. If Sean had been able to get to it sooner, Soyhr could have saved a little bit of time not grabbing that first chest in Eastern, but no harm, no foul. Let's see. So we got two runners in Eastern Palace, so Soyhr and Arya both doing Eastern Palace now, getting that fire rod, and then I think Shin just doing all the mirror checks.
Yeah, there's a few. You know, Sean's opting to do the north one with the Graveyard Ledge, but Shin's gonna get a big key, and that is to Thieves Town.
That's
so
a good
now
one.
you've got, yeah, it's a good one, but you've got a rough decision to make now. Do you go to Thieves Town right now? Logically, the entire dungeon except the big chest is logical due to having that small key. But I don't have a hammer, so I kind of don't want to do that right now. You know, it's a tough call to make, but in co-op, it's a little easier in the sense that, hey, I can go do this, and then we'll wait. If there's no hammer or anything super important, we'll wait until hammer appears for you to go in and do it, like you being the partner.
Correct, yeah.
And we are going to get a peek here into Swamp without a hook. But we got that Swamp small, so there's a lot available. Trying to think of... You know,
and Swamp big. I pretty much everything.
Yeah.
You can do everything but the back. You can do left side painfully, but you can do it.
Painfully, he said. You're not wrong.
I just noticed Sean's still on 4 hearts.
Incredible.
Probably leaned on that decision to grab that red potion there before going into back of Skull Woods. All right, Shin grabbing that lamp. Soyhr giving us the top of spec GT, and probably Hera here. I mean, I say probably. That's silly. Of course
I mean, you do
Hera.
it. You do it. Who can hover on your team? This is who you send to the mountain. You know, like maybe we get a hammer and we can in Hera, and then we can go to the right. That's the awful way of putting it.
Right. I like this call on Sean's side with the mirror doing the bridge chest first.
Mm-hmm.
You might find another sword or just a key, but still you could find something make Moth a little bit more palatable.
Yeah, we did get that flute in Hera. That's being called out. This is in Logic now since we have that lamp logically available. No one picked it up. 'Cause it's so far out of the way.
Shin got it.
Oh, Shin did. Okay, all right,
Shin
cool.
grabbed it. I'm wondering if I'm wondering. Oh, and hook shot also, flute and hook shot in Hera.
Let's go.
Kane! Oh my god!
All right.
Loaded.
So this is good. We'll be able to hook across, and we don't have to worry about that whole stupid hovering thing I was joking about.
Right.
We can just go straight to Hookshot Cave. We can jump down the mountain, go to the right side, and we got plenty of checks over there. 7 in Paradox and 6 on the Dark Mountain. But all right, let's get some good vibes here for Sean as he clutches out that moth fight down to 1 heart. I was getting a little tense.
Yeah. Tightening up the cheeks there.
Shin in the Hera basement. There's a big key to desert on Moldorm, but we are going to also see what's in the basement. I'm curious if we're going to have progression here.
If you're Soyhr, do you do the basement here? You got all those things out of it already.
In co-op, I think you do. Whoever's ahead, maybe. That's a small key to pod, so that's going to help Shin out. That is something I'm not sure if I send my partner to go get yet. You know, like that would
until
be like
until we decide,
straight.
right?
Yeah.
Until we decide what is left in pod.
Yeah, it's like, here's the info. Do with it what you want. You know, but
we are, as chat has pointed out, we are TR big. It's the only big remaining that we haven't gotten yet. And I think we are one castle tower. We've got 1 castle tower small.
Yeah, well, we need a lot more TR small keys too.
True. I just thinking of just on big key side.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't
fighting from Arya.
I don't see Soyhr or Sean ever getting that lamp though. At this point.
Yeah, at this point, I think they're just not going to get it, and that's going to make Aga Tower a little slower. You can obviously light torches and do some rooms entirely in the dark. They're gamers enough where they should be able to, but I'll say that like anytime you do it that way, it's never going to be as quick as having it. The question is the time difference worth going to get the lamp?
Right.
So
yeah.
That's like a question you can kind of only answer for yourself based off of your skill level.
Yeah, comfort level, how you feel. In the last mentor tournament I was in, that was one of the things. I had never done Dark Aga before, so we did it during one of the races. It ended up not being the play, of course, but that's those are the gambles you make.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, GT big there for Sean. Gonna try to hover for us.
Nope, but that's okay.
Not today. These are the types of things where you could do some like little fun show off things. We'll call it. Hovering. Obviously, a lot of people say it's a show off technique. It's beneficial in some instances, not all. But always fun in these kind of showcase things.
Right, when the only stakes are bragging rights.
Yeah.
Shovel. Another fetch quest.
The other cane, we do get a small key. That's the Skull Woods. Hey, there's our ice rod.
Okay. We're not sure on medallions yet. We'll probably get a look here as soon as. So you're gonna try it.
All right. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
hey.
Ooh,
Okay.
I respect it.
Yeah, they had it going. Nice little Trinex hover emote.
Sean setting up hair pot, but no hook shot.
Yeah, he has to go upstairs first.
This is the moment of co-op where it strikes again, and I suffer from this a lot. So it's kind of like you run into a scenario where the hook shot's coming, but you accidentally think you have the hook shot because you've been talking about the hook shot.
Yeah, pointing out, interesting choice. Sean is grabbing the pod small out of the basement.
Yeah, I would have kind of left it personally. We'll see. Oh no, Arya taking a hit from Moldorm. At least it wasn't in the middle hole.
Yeah, yes. It looks like Ether for TR, so we are still a medallion. We'll give you a medallion for that. So at least medallion and hammer from Go for our items. Pretty shocked at how this Dark Mountain has been kind of empty, but
yeah, it's been very dry. Is one way to look at it, but we are going to mirror here, get this item here, just 3 bombs on floating island.
Oh, Soyhr hasn't done Spiral yet. This was the thing. So Shin did Spiral before climbing Dark Mountain. I'm wondering now, with Shin having, like I said, already done Spiral, having the blue cane, they're going to be able to, if they do spike, yeah, not isolate it.
Which, I mean, it's just a save and quit. Once you've got that old man save, you know, it's not too bad to run back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no hammer.
Oh, no hammer. Oh, duh.
Hawk, you're just making me look bad.
I should join the mentor tournament.
I'm kidding. It's so hard to like get all this together. Solid fight there from Sean, with Moldorm.
Where do you think that hammer's going to show up, Dandy? We've got a lot now that's all open.
My gut says somewhere in the game, but
that's a bold.
It's a bold strategy. I know. I mean, we got a lot open, so like it could literally be most anywhere at this stage, you know, except locking itself. You know, we've got the mire area available with 2 flutes activating here at the same time. We can get into desert with that mirror. We've got the small key to the right side of desert, for at least a couple runners do. So like there's many options. Even thieves, we talked about that, and like, do you dive it without the hammer? With this key layout and the logic that we have, we could find the hammer just inside Thieves Town.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, it's just a matter of like, where do you want to go? But Soyhr gonna be fluting 2-6. We are in the mire area. This is gonna give us our medallion information if he walks to the right. Bombos it is for mire. That's beatable. So I think we're probably gonna see a mire dip here very shortly. Mire Shed, gonna be a small key here to pod. There's another one, and a heart piece. So I think there was a little bit of team meeting going on between Sean and Soyhr. Sean kind of hanging out on that flute menu for just a little bit.
Trying to decide where to go, yeah.
This might be the Thieves Town dive we were talking about.
Yeah, I think it was one of those situations where it was Soyhr saying, hold on, if hammer's here, fly on down. It's rough having only Myth's Dark World access for this long. Having to, like, it seems like Sean might be doing a swamp the swamp play here, but you can't just flute to Link's house. You got to do it from all the way from Village of Outcasts. Yeah, Soyhr doing desert with that desert small. I think they were the one that picked it up. I don't remember if Sean also got it. Maybe our tracker Nio can answer that one.
Oh yeah, we did get the peek at the K45. I knew there was a big key there. Couldn't remember if that was Thieves Town or not, but that is the case. So 2 items out of 6 here in desert. with that big key, gonna be able to beat this as well. Or you're gonna pull a piece of heart out of the map chest in the middle. Yeah, hookshot now for Sean, gonna be able to do the specky clip here in Swamp Palace. Solid fight out of Shinmaru, gonna get a crystal for the trouble. And we know that here going into Swamp, the way we're doing it, obviously we're not gonna pull a hammer, but we can just bypass the hammer.
Right. Could still pull something else necessary, key or ether. We do need ether.
So off to the boss Soyhr goes. One more item and a potential pendant or crystal. The runners haven't, I'm kind of surprised we didn't peek to see the 5-6 crystals. There's a,
right, yeah.
Somebody pause the game. Let me know. Do we have any?
Yeah, no map checks for you, Dante.
Okay, thank you, Soyhr, for pausing the game. I see two of their 2 crystals are not 5-6s, so based off the numbers here, no one's got 5-6 availability.
Good Samaria diver down from Sean. And we get some bow strats from Soyhr on Landmo.
Oh, Landmos. We did it.
He has both rods.
This is important.
Yeah.
Okay. Vortex in chat understands. We got bow Landmos, the NMG strategy, $20. I don't think the use bow emote works here. Well, Jim has it. We could say use. There we go. Perfect. Also, a raid coming in from Gamma Chew. Gamma, thank you so much, man. Hope your stream went well. Thank you for the support. Welcome in, everybody.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Right side desert, as we saw on Soyr's screen, going to be empty here for Shin as well. But it's time for Meyer Hawk. I mean, no lamp. Are you scared? Are you scared of the dark here?
I would say used to be. I think the
luckily, you used to be. Did this tournament maybe help you a little bit with that?
100%, Dante. Yes,
oh man, look at that.
Before the mentor tournament, I could not do Dark Mire, and I would deliberately avoid it until I got the lamp, which caused me to lose a lot more races than I did after. But learning a good strat, we'll see if I'm not sure what strat Soyhr uses, but I like when you got boots and hook shot. There's a pretty easy bonk strat you can do.
Yes.
To set up for the basement.
So we did just pull Ether medallion here in Back of Swamp. You love to see that. That's going to be the last medallion we need. And you're not even tempted to go out of logic into Turtle Rock with it because you just can't without the hammer. So one day we'll find a hammer and we'll be able to go in, but gonna need a few TR smalls. We're getting down to the nitty gritty between all the runners. We saw the ice rod. So it's a matter of time. Just some small keys and a big going to be needed for us. There's the CT small left side Meyer on Sawyer's screen.
Yes. So that is that's locked behind a couple Meyer smalls, correct? Not that it
3
really matters, but yes, there's as I was saying earlier, Meyer's key logic gets a little kooky.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, to answer chat, currently everything past the first 2 chests in Swamp are out of logic without hammer.
Yeah.
So if Swamp happens to be one of the red crystals, we're not going to find hammer on Herman Ferry.
Shield in the cutscene chest there for Soyhr. Solid fight from Sean on Argus, Master Sword Argus. Not the fastest or easiest fight, but gets it done pretty optimally
for the blue pendant. So so we know Hammer is not on Ped.
Yeah, definitely not going to be on Ped. I could have told you that already, though. Pod.
Shush.
Shush. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Let's see. Sean is grabbing. Looks like Sean is going to grab the lamp here.
See, he has like, this is like prime opportunity. Like, this is the last like opportunity to get it. And given that, you know, Meyer, TR, and CT are all looming, I think it's a smart play to just grab it. You know.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, nice mail for Soyhr. Makes himself a little bit tougher. We could see from Sean here.
Was that the big key to Turtle Rock? Did I just see a big key to Turtle Rock? I did.
Yep.
And another small, so we're one small away from Hammer Go mode. Of all things. In 80 keys.
Yeah, everybody's favorite.
I hate it.
There was sarcasm tinging
this.
my
I know.
words.
This is. Oh, there's the hammer. We missed it by one. Hammer in Meyer.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. So yeah. TR small for Go mode. Anybody?
Yeah. That's what it looks like. That's crazy.
Right at the 1 hour mark. I mean,
Nah.
you called it. You said this wasn't going to be done in 1 hour.
No. Yeah. I said it could be close. But I'm going to be pretty wrong. So do we know? I don't know. I don't think we know the final pendant.
Yeah, we do not. I mean, honestly, like TR could be the pendant, and the TR keys could be in GG.
GG. Yep.
Tis a possibility.
The Go Mode podcast mods picked this mode because we wanted to show everybody the growth that these runners have gotten in their 2 years since their mentor tournament debuts.
It's true.
And they're showing us a lot. They're giving us a lot of, good fights, good execution, and fun, logical. We're gonna get a stair dash there from Shin.
Yeah, gonna do the little rail clip there. Saves a little bit of time. So headed to the back now for Soyhr. You know, I take that back. We talked about the keys. Okay, no, we've gotten one here in Meyer and one in Desert. So those are the two that we have.
I'm a little shocked Soyhr didn't powder that anti-fairy, but
well, we're gonna use this this cane and hope for the best here. All right, so this is gonna be close. I was scared. I'm still scared. All right, so one thing I'm going to teach you guys real quick here. Wherever you are, the moment the eye starts moving, it is going to track to that location. It's not going to follow you. It's just going to go to that exact point on the map. So if you go like down and then back up, you're going to walk right into it. Just something to keep in mind trying to fight Vidi like this. But Soyhr doing a solid job.
Yep. Is he... Oh! A couple arrows
He's
short.
okay. I'm not even worried.
There we go. Okay.
I've clinched so many times in the last 24 hours. I don't need to clinch right now. So nice Thieves Town item, but a crystal nonetheless. So now the question is going to be, where do we want to go with that hammer? I'm thinking Thieves Town. I don't know about you, but I'm saying let's go knock out Thieves if I'm Soyhr, and then I can clean up Skull Woods at the same time.
saying, oh, maybe I could get a little potion here real quick. But
just
yes,
in case, let me get a little safety.
Shin showing the burn a dash strats. This is my general use on that boss fight. Looks like
Nice spooky action there from Sean.
Soyhr wanting to do Swamp first. Was Thieves Town big in Swamp? Is that where it was?
No. K45.
K45. Okay. All right.
So yeah, if he does Swamp here, he can go to K45 directly after. Or Ice, either way. Both needing to be done, because there's going to be a lot of like dungeon cleanup here, and then you're just going to kind of hope that, you know, the TR small appears on the route.
Right.
So a question in chat, are the Mentor Tournament runners required to do all these fancy glitches? No, you're actually not. You are not required to. I would say you are strongly encouraged to learn them from your mentors. They could definitely help you out. They look fancy. I can promise you, once you get your feet under you with the game and the randomizer, they're not as complicated as they look.
Correct. And I always say, I've said to a couple prospective mentees this year already, that everybody has their own learning style, and sometimes it takes just the right person to show you the way that they do it or how they explain it, and it just kind of all clicks. And the Mentor Tournament is great for that, because you know, you get the ability to meet and communicate with a bunch of experienced runners in this community, and so while you might be learning from somebody and it's just not clicking on how to do something, and then you talk to somebody else and they say, oh, well, I do it this way, and yeah, it kind of just all falls into place. And you can see directly from with these four specifically, like you know, 2 years ago, you know, Soyhr was I want to say Master Sword bracket, maybe tempered, I'm not sure, but they have learned so much in just 2 years after, and from the tournament itself. So
absolutely.
And 2023 Mentor Tournament champion popping in the chat now, Bitey. Hi, Bitey.
All right, so Rod Landmo there for Sean. Gonna get his crystal.
Sawyer's the only one who gave you your bow strats.
I'm about it. So Shinmaru deep into Thieves Town. 3 more items here in the depths of the basement with the Maiden. Gonna see if this is gonna lead to our TR small to grant us the last piece of the puzzle. But no, something even better.
Yeah, that's a good sword. Good find. I'm shocked, Shin. Why are we not checking big chests? Do we forget that we have the hammer?
It looks like Arya has a 3rd TR small. According to our tracker.
yeah.
So that means we've missed one somewhere, but that's solid, because now it looks like they're in go mode.
I guess it doesn't matter that he skipped the big chest then. So, okay. I'm not sure where that 3rd TR small came. The Shin and Arya have done a little bit of different routing than Sean and Soyhr. So possibility that that fourth TR small shows up somewhere else, like on the path that Sean and Soyhr are on. So.
Yeah, it definitely could, so just a matter of time. Viddy down for Arya. And then already done Desert. So just a few dungeons left for Arya. TR, obviously one of them, can do that on the way to GT. But question now, Pod, Ice, or Thieves, which order do you want to do it in? And it looks like we're going to make a pit stop first. And yeah, it does look like Sean and Soyhr both. Neither one having that Thieves big, so I'm assuming...
They both, so Sean did all of those the South Dark World checks without Mirror before they got Mirror. Soyhr was the first one to get Mirror on their team. So it's possible that they haven't gotten back to that route yet for Soyhr.
Yeah, the third TR small here for Shin and Arya. They're kind of in the driver's seat for this at this stage. Helmet goes down, Ice Palace Compass, and the green pendant here for Sean. Probably going to do a mirror and head right on over to old Secretlyasliver and see what we got. I mean, we could get silvers. Cold Stare fight with Master Sword here for Soyhr. Solidly done. That's our third pendant. So TR is a crystal. Hey, look, it's actually
wow. Dante, you are on fire today. Why aren't you racing this seat?
Well, one, it's keys, and it's AD keys, and two, I wasn't asked to.
That's true. I think this is better, having your great wisdom.
My wisdom of luck sacking from yelling at 4 screens. I mean, we're running out of things, honestly. Like, you know, had to be something. So pod now for Shin. Gonna finish up old Helmasaur. Not to be confused with Bulbasaur. I know they look similar.
One's a lot cooler.
Yeah. Icebreaker there on Sean's screen, top left, if you missed that. That was pretty spicy. Ice Sword buffer strats. But here we go, left side ice. Sean's gonna grab the cape. That, you know, the cape's kind of nice in the sense that now that you've got it, you know, you've left bumper ledge potentially. There's that option that it's required.
True. I'm pretty sure they scouted the boomerang there already.
Okay.
Yeah, but previous Mentor Tournament alumni and friend of Sean and Soyhr, Power to Mario, knows how important the cape can be.
True. And a solid fight there from Arya on blind. Hey, look, another sword. The tempered variety in the pod basement. So that's all 4 of our swords. But, you know, Arya and Shin are in the driver's seat, just 2 dungeons apiece
Here's that hammer yump you were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
on
keep an
Soyhr's
eye here.
side.
Sawyer on the double pixel perfect trick. Gonna bomb right over, hold up as you clip into that rail, and you'll walk right up to the chest. Gets a piece of heart there. Now gonna be able to do this dark maze. That's so spooky.
Yeah. Answering question in chat. So the mentor tournament, we every year has had slightly different modes. This year, the modes chosen for the rounds of Swiss are the first 2 weeks of Swiss will consist of casual boots. The second will be open, just plain open 7-7, and the last 2 weeks of Swiss will be an all dungeons.
Yeah.
Not key sanity. The tournament admins and mods decided to try the all dungeons goal this year, to give the racers just a little bit more experience having to deal with that goal, and also to it forces you to have to learn all the dungeons, right? So it's that was our thinking process on that.
You did a good job of filling the time there while Arya like ran back into mire and got the hammer that they forgot.
Yeah. Yep. That if anything can be said about me, is I know how to talk and not really say anything.
No, you said plenty. No, I think it's really good. But additionally, like Lumaga mentioned, there is a rules doc. If you're in the Discord, that has been announced there. You can find those links at the Go Mode Podcast Discord, and we will get you guys all set up. So Shin hanging out in Swamp Palace, I'm looking for a boss named Ark, and that's what Shin wants to take down to get another pendant, and then gonna head on over to Ice, where Arya is now.
Yeah, it's we'll see what Sean does here. Sean actually the furthest ahead on dungeon count, technically, but they can't do that Thieves Town until they head to Cave 45. So I think we're gonna get a ped check.
Looks like it. One for the fans, I suppose. Here we go. What's Ped gonna have today? Piece of heart.
So at this point, what you're getting from Sean and Soyhr here is, what did we miss? Because we're getting to the point where we're unsure.
Yeah, time to figure some things out. Into phase 2 for Arya on Argus. Gonna use some fire rod shots here after the bombos, as well as some spins. Phase 2 for Shin as well on Argus. I think I said Argus for both.
Yeah, you did.
There.
You did.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Looking at two screens on just a half of it makes it tough, but two pendants in simultaneous fashion.
All right, here's Soyhr getting the K45 check. Gonna get their Thieves Town bid. So that will be the beginning of Gomo for them. They're still a TR small short.
Well, I think they get one in Thieves. I think that might be where we're missing one.
Okay. There is a save here. There is an out for Sean. If they're going into TR now, there's an out that there's the fourth Turtle Rock small. It's just in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, it would have to be in there, and not in Lava Chest too, of all places.
lot of joking in chat. I will say, however, that one of the great things about Mentor Tournament is that the mentors will not be mad at you for any choices you make, as long as you're there and willing to learn and wanting to improve. I think you'll have a good time.
If they get mad at you, you come to me.
Yeah, Dante.
We'll handle it. Unless you actually did something like really not game dumb, just rude dumb.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
If you did something game dumb and they get mad, that's not how we do around here.
Okay. So Sean has 3 Turtle Rock smalls.
All right. Well then.
Did we miss
gaming.
one? I guess we must have missed one.
We missed one. We're gaming. He's gonna be able to clear it.
So I think this race is a lot closer than we anticipated.
It's, yeah, it is and it's not. There's another mountain climb for Sean.
Right.
But we'll see. Soyhr has quite the few dungeons.
Yeah, he still has to beat Moth too and Turtle Rock.
Did you guys decide what the winners get? Like, what do they get for winning?
Oh, we didn't. Lumaga. That's.
And
it's
I'm
Lumaga.
gonna. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna assume. Oh no! Why do we open the door?
Oh no.
He knows. He knows he shouldn't have done it.
Oh
no.
no. Well.
Oh no.
Unless, oh my God.
I'm sad.
Yeah. Oh, and Soyhr doesn't have the key to check the big chest. He did it for the mentees. Yes. So what we're learning here.
Learning moment. If you go into TR with 3 keys, we're talking about beating it. What he needed to do, why we're all panicking, he needed to kill that pokey and grab the key, and then not go to lava chest. That's why I said the comment about not going to, hoping that 4th key is not in lava chest. And Malmo in chat also saying something very profound. NMG muscle memory, perhaps. You have a strat in NMG for that room, and it involves going through that door every time you do the speed run. So it's an easy mistake to make. It's easier to make than a lot of people make it out to be, honestly. But we will carry on. Sean missing his flight, unfortunately. But headed to Thieves Town. And to Skull Woods. Yeah, at this point, it is all Shin and Arya heading up the mountain together, almost hand in hand. The Turtle Rock we go. And I mean, hey, look, there's the chance one of them could accidentally open that door too. You never know.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it's going to be look for another TR small, and that's going to be fun.
Yeah, Vortex pointed out in chat there is a possibility that 4th one's just already there.
Yeah.
They could have gone. I think the thought going through their head at that point is if I go all the way to the end of Laser Bridge and it's not there, and I have to leave and come back, after finding it somewhere else, is that going to be slower than if I just leave now and go do the, because also I think it was right at that moment that Soyhr wasn't able to get the Thieves Town big chest. So
yeah. Well, we shall see. Maybe they open some chests here. NTR, like Crystal Roller, maybe, perhaps. We'll see if that other key shows up. Now, a lot of times, I don't know if you were watching on Sawyer's screen, the Gibdo tried to hit it, it went straight back. And a lot of times you see runners doing NMG, especially you're going to see that Gibdo hit that spike to do gold sword damage to make it faster. The reason that did not happen, the Gibdo stayed straight, that is due to the sword beams. And that's why you'll see a lot of really good runners get rid of their beams as they walk into that room by like taking a damage hit on something. But otherwise, super solid fight there from Soyhr on the Moth.
Don't think Shin's gonna accidentally open the door. So.
All right, so no TR small there in
Thieves Big, yeah.
Yeah.
Arya forgot to steal the key, has to go back to the Poke Room.
Unfortunate. That happens too. In co-op, that's a very real scenario where that can happen.
Again, just like you were saying, it's the situation of you get told, you know, and you're told about keys and this is what we need, and yeah, you just kind of, it all gets jumbled in your brain. Look, we're all human, right? You know, some of us, we're not bitey, we're not NMG robots. So
I'm a robot.
You're a robot? A dancing
Beep
robot.
boop. Yeah. Solid fight from Sean. Gonna get crystal number 6. Now it's just a matter of time of finding TR small.
Now, this is a question maybe you can teach me here. That 4th TR small, can that be in GT?
No.
No,
not
because
with it being a crystal.
Because it's a crystal, the game expects you to have it because it doesn't expect you to steal the
Game,
Poke
the way
Key.
the key logic is coded is to code for the dumbest key routing possible. So,
like accidentally opening the lava chest door.
well, no, that's not dumb per
No,
se.
right.
No, I'm saying for stuff like, you know, in Meyer, the reason the key logic is the way it is, you could use a key to open up a rupee room in the basement on the right side of the switch that no one ever goes to. So, like, it accounts for that. There's like a lot of key doors that, or Skull, you know, needing to open that left door where the pots are. Yeah, here we go, a little deeper into TR. Solid fight from Shin and Arya right behind. Pod small for Sean. Gonna be heading to pod now, I guess. Maybe to go deeper in that dungeon to look for another TR small.
Yeah, at this point they're just waiting for Soyhr to get to Laser Bridge to see if it's, I would imagine.
Not checking. Soyhr should have checked Chomps there. I mean, Chomps could have had the key.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Like, it could be in any of these chests here in TR, honestly. That's super unfortunate. Well, you know, situations like this, though, you make a decision and then you just go with it.
I think Soyhr realized. They realized, and they mirrored. I think they're going to check Chomps here real quick.
Yeah, and now for you new players maybe getting ready to be in the Mentor tournament, you know, there's the...
I didn't see that they didn't do this either, so these are 2 more checks
everything they
also.
need.
Yeah. I will say one of the things about this being AD Key Sanity is we're not going to get to see any GT routing, but we will get to see some nice GT climb execution from our runners.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so Sean gonna reset. See if we can find more. Maybe it's in pod. I mean, I'm assuming that's all they really have left.
Oh man, sorry, still gotta check that. Okay. Oh, Sean, I get what I didn't see that. They did the reset so they could save the pod key.
Yeah, they're just trying to go further into pod with it to a different chest. Through bow, or rather, not bow landmos, but landmo 2s. And on to Wizrobes 1 and 2 for Shin and Arya. Little low on magic, but has lamp. Shouldn't be too much of a concern. Hey, on top of this, we get to see Agate Tower as well. I'm excited for that. Utilizing that lamp on the low magic here to get through this torches room, and that top right pot going to be the next piece of the puzzle to give us a full magic decanter. And then we just got a nice little puzzle here to deal with. Will we check any chests in the top of GT? We are not. We are cruising. Nope. Cruising through.
Cruising Hyrule.
You know, that I'm surprised that's not a spin-off game.
With the way Nintendo does their stuff, I'm also surprised.
Unfortunately, taking a hit here.
Oh no, Sean. Sorry. Need some money for the bomb, bud.
Yeah, this hurts. I mean, you hate to see it. I guess we're going back. I mean, we did it at the beginning of the seed. We're going back to Smokes Rock. Like, let's go. Like, let's go get some more money.
Shin giving us the validation check.
Oh, 300. We finally see one up there in top of GT. Unfortunately, Sean can't grab that one. That would be so much faster than this, but all right, here we go. Is this TR small just going to be on Laser Bridge? $20 in chest 1. Chest 2, a map. That's going to be the Tower of Hera. Chest number 3, piece of Big Heart. Not piece, that's a whole container. And then finally chest 4, another heart container. So no, not here. Where it is.
They haven't skipped many other checks except for Chomps, so it could still be Chomps.
No, they did. I think they went back and got Chomps.
No, Soyhr still. Did Sean do it? Because Soyhr didn't.
Maybe he's gonna go back in and like do right side after beating this. I'm not sure. But Agate 2 down for both Shin and Arya. Shin into Castle Tower. Just a matter of time now. We are going to get to see that Pyramid Fairy check, though, so, you know, that's a benefit for us here in the comm booth.
Sean did this on purpose so that we can show all these checks.
There it is! Let's go, gaming!
All right.
Let's go gambling! At least it wasn't in TR. The gamble for them paid off.
Yeah, we've had a lot of weird checks, or unfortunate checks that were logically required today.
So finally on the way back to TR for Sean. And GT opening for Soyhr. He's got how many? 3 whole keys. And a big one as well. So he's on his way up the climb. Just a couple screens to go. Will we get any AGA Hall of Famers today? Here in Castle Tower. Shin gonna be the first. He's got the hook ready. Let's see. If you don't know what AGA Hall of Fame is, we'll try and explain it. Hopefully Shin gives us a good demonstration. Hook speed on the stairs, and then how far can you go on the left side? It's really a tight window. Shin got very far. A little too far.
Torch.
Yeah, a little too far to the left. If they'd have stayed a little further right, could have got a few extra pixels, but that's solid. We'll take that every day of the week. Now Arya gonna be real close here. Coming up, will they be able to hit the AGA Hall of Fame?
What's the farthest you've seen?
What's the farthest I've seen? That's respectable. I like that. They made it well past halfway. The farthest I've seen, I think, is like the TAS version, which is like literally like your head is slightly above the torch. But for me, I've gotten to the torch multiple times. I don't know how close pixel wise it was, but some days you'd get that, and some days you don't even get off the stairs. Like you make a mistake and have a bad time.
That's generally me. The first time I tried it, I was still learning the game, and I didn't know how to get out of hook speed after.
Oh yeah, you just got tap A.
Yeah. So I mirrored out because I didn't know that I could tap A to
That's unfortunate.
To swing the sword.
What's real funny is when you just have like a brain fart like I've done, and you just kind of go up to the top and you just go look at Zelda on the pedestal. But that being said, Shin has completed AGA. Not too many blue balls today. Dropping into the Ganon fight. This is gonna be a nice sub 137 most likely. Or rather, sub 138 in the 137 category. Into phase 2 here already. Look, going for the 1-in-1 in prime position using those hook iframes. This is something your mentors can teach you. It gets the 1-in-1. So into phase 3, the warps are going to be seeded, so all 4 runners are going to get those exact same warp patterns. Into the fight for Arya. They're in a good position here for the 1-in-1. Potentially, no, unfortunately, going to be a 2 and maybe a 2-in-1. We'll see what they go for here, what their strats are in phase 2. This is probably going to be a 2 cycle. Could potentially, with that cane, get the 1 cycle. Hopefully they do. Torch glitch top right of your screen for Shinmaru. Setting up, getting a nice spin there to kick things off. Was a 1 cycle on phase 2 for Arya. They are now into phase 3. Tons of warps incoming, but now it's just some bread and butter NMG style fighting for Shinmaru. Just got to set these torch glitches up. Almost got the cape spin there. Not quite gonna get a blue Ganon. That's gonna kind of throw the timing off a bit, but Shin's gonna be able to get this back on track. I have faith. Already back on track now. All right, Soyhr going for the hover here. I like it. Let's go. Let's go gambling. Oh no, unfortunately, gonna decide against it, but that's okay. I respect the attempt. Very nice. Down goes Ganon for Shinmaru. Get your GGs in chat for Shinmaru. Gonna be finishing first place in this race today. Still got to get the team across the line though. So let's root on Arya. Yeah, 138.12 here for Shinmaru. And we'll see where Arya's going to finish. Looks like it's going to be a 1-2 for their team if everything goes to plan.
Yeah, don't commentate or curse Arya there.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm not, but it could happen. There we go.
All right.
All right, Arya going to be sword up. Get your GGs in chat for Arya. They're going to cross the line with a 138. It's like 55. So GGs. All right, looks like we have in the race room, looks like we got a DNF out of Sean. Understandable. Get your GGs in chat for Sean. Very, very tough race. You know, when stuff like that happens, but Soyhr going to go ahead, looks like, and finish this out. So we'll see if we can get some interviews for the runners if they would like to join while Soyhr is finishing this out. All right, so getting close to the AGA room. Can we get another AGA Hall of Fame entry? I'm hoping so. I'm really hoping so.
To more left, like you were saying.
Still solid. Still solid. All right, so Soyhr into further of the AGA fight. All right, let's see if we can pull our runners in. We have winners today, Arya and Shinmaru. GG's.
GG's, guys.
GG's. So I know the purpose of this stream is to get people excited about Link Faster Randomizer. I hope we didn't scare half the crew off.
We kept telling people we're not playing keys, so
the seed was so bad.
First
of all, it wasn't fun as a co-op seed because it's so linear. And then second, it's just as an 80 keys. I play a lot of 80 keys. I love the mode. This seed was so bad. It's like one of the worst I genuinely
you almost got hammer go mode.
Yeah, almost, yeah. Usually that's like not terrible, but this seed, woof.
I had hammer go mode.
that is true.
All right. Well, it's true. Yes. But we are in the, let's see, phase 3 now here for Soyhr. And then we'll be wrapping things up. So, I mean, I'm not going to say this decided the race, but the gap, as it were. Sean unfortunately did something that everybody has done. If they haven't done it, they're going to do it one day down the line.
No. I feel like I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
Spent the key in TR on the door. The muscle memory potentially. It's an assumption, but the NMG muscle memory just causes you kind of to go that way sometimes. But otherwise, a great showing out of Sean. And Sean is probably not going to come in for an interview, but a huge GG's to him as well. But yeah, that it was super close. I gotta say, like, obviously you guys experienced the same garbage throughout as far as being poor and needing to get to Zora.
Yeah, I'm just glad I got to show off Boots Houlihan.
Oh yeah, that was pretty sick. It's a lesser known strat, but get a GG in chat here for Soyhr.
Yeah, Soyhr finishing
He's gonna
up.
finish.
Yeah,
and
big
we
GG
will
Soyhr.
get Soyhr into the booth here. Hello, Soyhr. GG's.
GG.
No, GG's.
GG Soyhr.
GG's.
Good race, Soyhr.
Thanks. Lumaga is never allowed to roll a seat ever.
I mean, Lumaga's in he's in here sorta. He could pipe up and defend himself if he wanted to.
No, there is no defense for that. There's not a single one.
What we could say is, it showed us all a lot what this game can give you.
Yes.
Sure did.
Yes, it did. Oh god.
This
Wow.
just in, like half the mentees just dropped from the turn.
Wow, we've gone from the largest mentor tournament ever to the smallest.
No, I'm
One
kidding.
stream.
Yeah. Oh man.
Uh,
But no, you guys were all great. Obviously some big trash as far as the seed spitting things back out at you, but the four of you I think handled it super well. We had a lot of learning moments too, with the gloves getting in backwards order as far as logic goes. So it was really cool to have that opportunity.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's again lesson number one. Why you need to know your dark rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Because saving up money, if we hadn't done that, oh my god, it would have been so bad.
Been going to blind for an hour.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's the only place that would have been okay. Like a bunch of well trips. Like I don't even know where else to go other than Bigfoot.
I mean, the guards were also in Rupee Pack, but that would have been miserable too.
Yeah, that would have been everything about that would have just been horrible.
Yeah, and Houlihan only works one time.
Yep.
I think everybody in the world who uses it has said at some point or another, "Can I use it again?" But no.
So yeah, logical glove on Zora with no 300s anywhere.
Yep.
Oh, there was a 300 at the top of GT. So
Cool.
Well, yeah, we had a very wry chuckle when I got to Super Bunny. I was like, oh, this is where our
Yeah,
money was
same
hiding
here.
at.
Mhm.
Same here, yeah.
Love to see it.
And then unfortunately, Sean burned his small key on the lava chest door, so he was had to go find that. That was interesting. So we pretty much did everything we had to or could do in the seed.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I mean, got to show
Yeah.
off cool things.
Yeah.
Wish some of the tricks would have worked, but
Well, did you all have fun though? I think that's the most important part for like a showcase race like this.
yeah, I always enjoy playing with Sean. So
Yeah, co-op is always fun. Yeah, co-op is like one of the best plays. If maybe the best way to play.
that was part of the thought process for this, of course, is that even with this terrible seed that Lumaga rolled, at least you guys got to do it with friends. So
can I? We actually said it in the middle of this too. Was if Boots weren't first chest, this seed would have been absolute garbage. Like
Yeah.
even farther worse
Yeah.
than what it is.
I made mention you got Boots so early and we were trying to sort out some tech issues. I was like, wait, did we really not start with Boots for a seed like this? We got lucky is what we did.
So yeah, I mean, GG's to Shin and Arya.
Yeah.
Thanks for the comms. Thanks for tracking. This is a lot of fun. I'm glad that we did
Exactly.
this.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to I got work starting in like a couple hours. I am definitely saving this VOD for then to
Nice.
relive the journey.
that's good. I'm glad.
Just ignore everything we said about you and all that. I'm kidding.
That's
Yeah.
the best
All
part.
good.
Yeah, no, it's
That's
good.
good.
There's nothing you can say about me that my good friends have not said and worse.
There's nothing that you could have said that was worse than what we were saying in our so
I do like before this race started, Sean asked if your guys' comms were gonna, or your voices were gonna be on the race, because I'm sure there was plenty of not stream friendly conversations about this seed.
I play with the new stonks counter. I really wish I could put a counter on there for how many swear words I had.
We'll reach out to Structural Mike, see what he can do.
Muffins, get on it. Get the mic reading words.
Right. You guys, I just want to throw it out there. You guys have anything to say about just the mentor tournament in general?
Best
You
time of year.
you all are mentors? Signed up
Yes.
for mentoring? Yes?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we've all said it like in various places. Like the mentor tournament is maybe like the best thing that happens in the West Van Wrestling community. We all had a great time when we were mentees. We all had a great time helping people get better ourselves, and it's just awesome.
Cool. So yeah, so if any mentees for this year are watching, you got these three and Sean also all signed up. I think I'm signed up to mentor. Dante, you got a mentor again this year?
I may if someone convinces me. I've not officially signed up, and that is just due to being busy for the rest of my life. And unfortunately, I say that a lot as a joke, but I really wish that I had more time to do this.
He'll do it for a brisket. So.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for putting on the race. It was even with how bad it was fun to watch. So.
Yeah, thank you all.
Yeah, see.
Well, I guess we can get ready to wrap things up. Big shout outs again to all four of you guys doing this race for us, putting yourselves out there. Do appreciate it. Glad you guys had fun doing it as well. And Pixcalibur and Neo going to be doing the tracking. We love the trackers doing stuff for us because, I would forget, like, me and Hawk were talking about like keys and stuff, and they had us in check. We didn't even see the third TR small for go mode. It was just there.
It would happen, yeah. You guys just had it at one point, so. That's another
part.
My tracker said I had 4, and that's why I backtracked.
There's I will also add that another great thing about the mentor tournament, if you guys are signed up, even if you're not signed up to be in the mentor tournament, if you are interested in learning how to do this stuff, do tracking, do comms, and help restream races, we are always looking for more people to help with that kind of stuff. So definitely jump in the Go Mode Podcast Discord and say, hey, I'm ready. So
we can definitely help out. The mods of the GMP Discord can help you out as well as community managers. But that's gonna do it. Lumaga is the MVP as well for putting on this cast for us on the GMP channel. So thanks so much, Hawk. It was a pleasure, man. Thanks so much for doing comms today, dude.
Yeah, it was a blast, Dante. I love it.
That's gonna do it for us here at the Go Mode Podcast Twitch channel today. I think if Temp was here, he'd say something about mirroring out. I'm not doing that. But anyway, have a great rest of your weekend. We're looking forward to the Mentor Tournament coming up here real soon here for 2024. We'll catch you guys real soon.
Bye.